All around us, scientists have just discovered a gigantic cosmic structure in which we find ourselves and which is so bizarre and vast that it will blow your mind.
So make sure to stay with us until the end. A warm welcome to people. Have you ever wondered where exactly in the universe we actually live? Of course, on Earth, in our solar system, in the Milky Way. But if you are already getting headaches about this, I can tell you that even astronomers had to completely rethink their idea of our cosmic address. For a new study has shown that we probably live in an even larger structure than previously assumed.
But before we dive into the details of this groundbreaking discovery, let's pause for a moment. If you're as excited as I am about fascinating insights into the vastness of the universe, then take a moment to subscribe to my channel so you'll never miss any exciting news from the world of astronomy. Every subscription brings me a little closer to my goal of 100,000 subscribers and motivates me to continue providing you with the latest findings from space.
To provide for everyone, so everyone should subscribe. Thank you very much, folks. Now, let's get to our new cosmic home. To understand what the researchers have discovered, we first need to look at how astronomers have understood the structure of the universe so far. Imagine the universe as a huge city. Individual galaxies like our Milky Way would then be like the houses. Several galaxies bound together by gravity form galaxy clusters, essentially the neighborhoods of our cosmic metropolis.
And many such clusters in turn form superclusters, which can be thought of as entire city districts. Until now, astronomers thought that we live in a supercluster called Laniakea. Laniakea is gigantic, about 500 million light years across. It is so incredibly huge that our brain can hardly grasp it. Imagine traveling at the speed of light. Even then, it would take you 500 million years to get from one end of Laniakea to the other.
During this time, the Earth would have changed massively, continents would have shifted, new species would have emerged and gone extinct, and you would still be on your way.
A new study led by Dr. Dembala of the Leibniz Institute for Astrophysics in Potsdam now suggests
that even Laniakea could be just a small part of an even larger structure. The researchers call this megastructure the Shapley concentration, named after the astronomer Harlow Shapley, who first observed it in the 1900s without fully grasping what he had seen. How did the scientists come to this realization? They studied the movement of no less than galaxies. To do this, they used the data from the Cosmic Flow 4 catalog, 2001, which represents the most extensive collection of galaxy distances and velocities to date. With this data, the researchers were able to reveal something fascinating. They identified so-called attraction basins in the local universe, 2001.
Imagine these basins as giant cosmic valleys into which galaxies flow like raindrops, and gravity pulls them towards the lowest point. Dr. Brent Tully of the University of Hawaii, one of the co-authors of the study, explains it this way: our universe is like a gigantic web, where more galaxies lie along filaments and gather at nodes, where gravitational forces pull them together just as water flows within watersheds, galaxies move within cosmic attraction basins.
The Shapley concentration is now apparently one of the largest of these gravitational wells, and our Milky Way seems to be a part of it. To identify this gigantic structure, the researchers used a sophisticated method called Hamiltonian Monte Carlo, abbreviated as HMC. This technique allowed them to reconstruct the most likely structures from the complex and often noisy data of galaxy movements. It's a bit like having just a few dough crumbs and being able to reconstruct the whole pizza from them. It's always amazing how well pizza and astronomy can be combined.
These lines show the most likely paths along which galaxies move. If you follow these streamlines, you can see how they cluster in certain regions, and these are the centers of the attraction basins. Dr. Vallat and his team used this method to create a kind of probabilistic map of the local universe. This means
you could specify the probability for each region of space that it belongs to a certain attraction basin.
This is how it looks for our Milky Way. With a probability of about 58%, we belong to the Shapley attractor basin. This is not absolute certainty, but it is a strong indication that we are part of this gigantic structure. Interestingly, however, the study also shows that there is a certain probability,
40%, that we still belong to Laniakea. Now you might be wondering, what does all this mean? On one hand, it shows us once again how unimaginably large and complex our universe is. We thought we had already found the largest structure in our cosmic neighborhood with Laniakea, and now it turns out that there may be even larger ones. On the other hand, this discovery helps us better understand the movement of galaxies. For these gigantic gravitational wells influence how galaxies move through space. Dr. Ezan Kirkci, also from the University of Hawaii, explains,
This discovery presents us with a challenge. Our cosmic surveys may not yet be large enough to capture the full extent of these immense basins. We are still looking through giant eyes, but even those eyes may not be large enough to capture the full picture of our universe.
And the Shapley concentration is not the only huge attraction that the researchers have identified.
They have also studied one of the largest known structures in the universe to date, the Sloan Great Wall. This gigantic band of galaxies is 1.4 billion light-years long, which is about 3 times the diameter of Laniakea. The study shows that the Sloan Great Wall forms the largest gravitational well in the region of the universe studied, with a volume of about 15.5 million cubic megaparsecs. For all of you non-astronomers out there,
that is large. To give you an idea, 1 megaparsec is about 3.26 million light-years. The volume of the Sloan Great Wall corresponds to a cube with an edge length of about 82 million light-years. In this volume, thousands of galaxies like our Milky Way could fit. But what does all this mean for our understanding of the universe?
It shows us that the structures in the cosmos are much more complex and larger than we previously thought. It also raises questions. How did these gigantic structures form? What role does the mysterious dark matter play in this? And are there perhaps even larger structures that we have not yet discovered? The study actually also provides important clues about the distribution of dark matter in the universe. This is because this invisible form of matter plays a super important role in the formation and development of these cosmic structures.
The attraction basins identified by the researchers are significantly shaped by the gravitational effects of dark matter. At least, that is the currently prevailing opinion. Another exciting aspect of the study is the investigation of cosmic flows.
These are large-scale movements of galaxies caused by the gravitational forces of the large structures. The researchers were able to show that our local group of galaxies, which includes the Milky Way, is moving towards the Shapley concentration at a speed of about 630 kilometers per second. That's more than 2 million kilometers per hour.
As fast as retirees when a second supermarket checkout opens? The study by Dr. Wallard and his team is an important step in answering these questions.
It helps us to draw an ever more precise cosmic map of our surroundings in the universe, and who knows, maybe we will have to rewrite our cosmic address in the future. This research is a truly impressive demonstration of how complex and dynamic the universe is. We do not live in a static cosmos, but in a constantly moving and developing system of galaxies, clusters, and superclusters. Every new discovery like this brings us a little bit closer to understanding our cosmic home.
And if something new happens, I will of course let you know right away. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel now. And speaking of addresses, do you actually know where the largest storm in our solar system is located? That's right, on Jupiter. And NASA has discovered something incredible beneath the storm on Jupiter. The original footage is available in the displayed video. Be sure to click on the top right to check it out. You will be amazed at the surprises that Jupiter has in store.
And if you watch the other videos on the channel, that would also help me a lot. Otherwise, I'd say see you in the next video. Take care, folks.